Work as a flight attendant on a late-night flight from New York to Los Angeles. 247 passengers. A completely normal flight. At least, that's what everyone thinks. An hour after takeoff, the plane hits severe turbulence. Drinks spill. People laugh nervously. Then, the aircraft suddenly drops. Not a little. Hundreds of feet. Screams fill the cabin. You hear something you've never heard before. The captain's voice. And he's scared. Flight attendants, take your seats immediately. Your stomach drops. Because pilots don't sound like that unless something is very wrong. A few minutes later, the plane shakes again. Harder. Then, the lights flicker. You look through the small window near your seat. One engine is dark. No glow. No vibration. Nothing. The captain comes on again. This time, his voice is shaking. Brace for impact. Everything goes silent. For a few seconds, nobody moves. Then, the entire cabin explodes into panic. People cry. People pray. One man starts calling his wife. A little girl across from you asks, "Are we going to die?" You don't know what to say, so you tell her, "Keep looking at me." The plane drops again. You can feel it. You're going down. Fast. You start yelling the emergency instructions. Heads down! Stay down! People finally listen. Some don't. Some are frozen. Some are screaming. Then you realize something. You're terrified too. But you don't have time to be scared. Because everyone is looking at you. The little girl is looking at you. The old couple in row 12 is looking at you. The entire cabin is looking at you. And right now, you're the calmest person they have. Then you see lights below. The ground. You're way too low. The captain screams something from the cockpit. A second later, impact. Metal tears apart. Everything goes black. You wake up upside down. Smoke. Fire. Someone is crying. Someone is screaming for help. Your shoulder hurts so badly you can barely move. But you're alive. You unbuckle, stand up, and look around. Part of the plane is gone. You don't think. You just start working. You open an emergency exit, pull people outside, go back in, again and again. You find the little girl. She's alive. Her mother isn't moving. You carry the girl out first, then come back for the mother. By the time you drag her outside, flames are already inside the cabin. You collapse on the ground. Sirens approach in the distance. You watch firefighters run toward the wreckage. You watch passengers hugging each other. Some are crying. Some are just staring into nothing. Then, the little girl walks over to you. She sits beside you and asks, "Did you know this was going to happen?" You look at the burning plane, then at the people who survived, and you answer honestly, "No." She thinks for a second, then asks, "Were you scared?" You look at your shaking hands. For the first time, you notice they haven't stopped shaking. You smile a little. More than I've ever been. She looks confused. Then she asks one last question. "Then why did you keep going back inside?" You don't answer right away. You watch the flames. You watch the ambulance lights. Then you say, "Because there were still people in there." The little girl nods, like that's the most normal answer in the world. Years later, reporters will call you a hero. They'll put your picture on television. They'll ask how you stayed brave, but they'll all be wrong. Because bravery isn't being fearless. Bravery is being terrified and going back inside anyway.